How about that?
Hey, no. Going.
Show of shame. Okay, some person said that as usual, the Nigerian political scenery is messed up. You have to be a thug to survive in it. You have to be a thug because you cannot imagine that distinguished party officials. And the worst of all is that is supposed to be a PDP board of trustees, the apex committee, the apex group of the political party meeting to discuss ways to fostering democracy, internal democracy, and helping the party to survive the current crisis. You can see how the police took over talks everywhere. So sometimes I tell my friends, my circle of friends, that before you survive in Nigerian political scene, you have to be a thug. Forget all this idea, have a thug. No, you have to be a thug. So you play thuggery for a long while, then you now also begin to recruit other thugs that you now begin to use. Because how do you expect someone like me to function in an environment like this? And if I have to survive in an environment like this, I have to be a thug. And when I continue with this thuggery, I now realize, and I begin to understand how violence take it by force, or you have to succeed by violence. No intellectualism. As I talk to you, that is the PDP Board of Trustees meeting, BOT, holding. Okay, just for the background, two persons have been holding siege of the National Secretary of the PDP for a while. First, there's certain Samuel Anyanwu, who is from Imo State. Okay, so he's been National Secretary of the PDP for a while. Towards the recently concluded elections of the Imo governorship or gubernatorial elections in Imo State, he went on to contesting the PDP primaries, and he won the ticket of the party to contesting for the Imo governorship office. Of course, he didn't win the election. The Supreme Court governor was returned to office as governor for a second term. While all that was on, Uche Udeokoye was now nominated by a Southeast caucus of the PDP to replacing Samuel Anyanwu, who was fighting to become governor of Imo State. And but since Samuel lost that election, he returned back and holding siege of his office as National Secretary. But Uche Udeokoye thinks that it is wrong. Samuel cannot have it. And in all of this, it has led to a lot of issues back and forth. The subject of litigation, as I talked to you, they're in court. But the funny part of this is, that's why I asked, did Samuel resign? Was Uche supposed to have been nominated or elected or appointed by the Southeast Caucus? What does the Constitution of the Constitution of the PDP says? What was the procedure to replacing a National Secretary? What is the process to resigning from your office or stepping aside from your office to going ahead to contesting for a political office? What is, and then with all of this vagueness, you understand why we are where we are as a country. No laws, and even the ones that are there are not obeyed. But as I talk to you, the PDP is yet to interpret its own laws and bring peace to the warring factions. That is a unique understanding of how terrible our system is. Of course, there are accusing fingers already pointing towards Wike, to say Wike, who owns Samuel Anyanwu and a lot of all of these issues. People are saying that Tinubu is sponsoring some of these crises in the party to continue to tear the party apart and make it a toothless bull. It is already by any standard. PDP cannot even face the 2027 elections. That is why everything they are doing is fighting for a coalition or a merger, because the party can no longer stand. Remember, when the center can no longer hold, when the we're a messed society at the moment. Everything is in jeopardy. Not so long ago, during the Samoa debate, the Samoa grant and aid debate, the Nigerian Bar Association issued a statement to say they have read the document of the offer of the loan we're getting from Samoa, and it doesn't have any ambiguity or any trace to the issue about same sex and all of that. It took the House of Rep, a house of politicians, to tell a body of benchers or a group of lawyers that you are wrong. That's how messed our society is. Where INEC, an umpire, supposed independent National Electoral Commission, conduct an election and tells you to go to court to analyze or to interpret the election that they conducted. INEC. That's how terrible it is. A situation where the Inspector General of Police office is tenure, for example, is increased, and Showore's words illegally. That's Showore's language. That's the situation we are in. A messed up society. Messed up. Everywhere, when the center can no longer hold, everything is in disarray. Market women are protesting. Big students are protesting. Nuns. We are everything is in fraction and faction. Everything. There are fractions and there are factions. It is a clear indication of a society that has been totally dilapidated, disintegrated, decomposed. Nothing is working. Everywhere you turn, someone said, if they explain Nigeria to you and you understand, how can a political party not be able to interpret its laws? What does the law say? Did Samuel fulfill the requirements of the constitution of the PDP in going ahead to contesting for the office of Imo governorship? Was he supposed to be the right procedure for the Southeast Caucus to have nominated or appointed a replacement for Samuel Anyanwu and replaced him with Ucheude Okoye? Was that a process? Thugs! Everybody is showing power. Power. The problem is all of us wants to show force. Nobody is thinking. And that's the situation we're in now. Intellectualism doesn't fly. It doesn't fly. Intelligentsia doesn't fly. Brilliancy doesn't fly. We're in a system of gberu, cortis, togri. That's it. Everywhere, in every state. Edo, Delta, Lagos, everybody. All of the bright minds have been sent to the background. Why? Like somebody said the other time, he said generals are sitting, and recruits are standing on the podium. Servants are talking. Oh, great leaders are the ones that are quiet, shivering. There was a country. Take that to the bank.